y'all know the vibe. Live on Broadway podcast. Make sure y'all get in tune and follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and SoundCloud. And make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube. And also get into my gram while you there. I am _Broadway and Live on Broadway podcast. Let's come to talk about what we came to talk about, Giants. I got some topics and I want to know some honest answers. Ain't no Prince cards around here, respectfully. If this your first time, you know the vibes of Prince card is when you give some politically correct bullshit, and we know that's the popular opinion, and you just try and be safe.
You Prince card ass nigga.
So let's get into it, man. Giants, here's the first topic, right? Is there a certain time that the opposite sex should be calling, is there a certain time that the opposite sex should not be calling or texting your significant other? Keep that same energy. Is there
when I don't know about it. That should be the only time. If I don't know about it, then they shouldn't be doing it.
So she can call at 2:30 in the morning as long as you're right there and then you cool?
If it has if there's a reason for it, you can't just be calling just to talk. But if there's a reason, like you really, like you needed something, or there was an actual reason that couldn't wait till the morning time, then I don't give a fuck.
So Raven, I say that because somebody like me and Broadway will be up all night, and if something we needed to do something that maybe our assistant might have the information about, and we see that she's up, we gonna hit her up. And now the dude sit next to her like, why homie calling you at 2:30 in the morning? Because that's our work time. That's
what I'm saying. So there's a reason why you was calling, right? There was a legit reason. You wasn't just calling just to be like, yo, what you doing? There was an
But who defines if it's a legit reason? Like what? That's what I'm saying. Like,
I think that's a conversation between you and your partner. There's no like right answer for that. You guys have to have that conversation. If she feels like that's not okay for her, then no, you shouldn't be doing it. But that's the conversation that needs to happen.
Respectfully, Raven, you know my vibe, and you know how I'm giving it up.
You Prince card ass nigga.
That's a Prince card, Rave.
No, it's not. If the way that he said, if it's the assistant and he needed to talk to her, obviously it's for professional reasons, right? So why is that not okay?
Because only we know that. Only we know that it's professional. He might be a new jack that she just met.
But that's the conversation that needs to be had. She should be like, yo, I work with this dude. He calls me at any time of the night, and it's on a professional level. Like, that's where the conversation should have. Like, that should be the conversation. But if you just calling, and I don't know who the fuck this girl is that's calling you, I'm going to be sitting at you like, why the fuck she calling you this late at night? But if you're like, oh, it's about business, oh, okay, cool, answer it. Figure it out.
Robert, can I ask one question that I always ask when people pose this question?
Tap in.
What different can happen at 2:30 in the morning that can't happen at 2:30 in the afternoon? Like, what makes it a difference?
Depends on how attractive she is.
The reason why I said that's a Prince card is because I feel like regardless of whom or what, that it's almost like to say, if you're letting the significant other come in, if the significant other comes in and is looking at it, they're gonna look at it and be like, who is this? Like, I'm not okay with it for business or not. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
But because Broadway, all right, so I get what you're saying, because if somebody calls my man at 2:00 in the morning, red flags is going, I'm like, yo, who is that? But if we already had a conversation about it, and it was like, say he ain't an artist, so there's no reason for nobody, because the banks are closed. So there's no reason for nobody to call him. But
what's the difference if she calls him at 2:30 in the afternoon? Like, she could still get it popping. That's what I'm saying. The time doesn't make a reference to what can happen. So
say if it's an artist, say if you're an artist, right? Say you're a rapper and you're in the studio, right, at 2:30, and a business deal is going through, because that's like an all night thing, any time of the hour, and you have to get in contact to let them know, all right, 8:00 in the morning, I'm gonna need you at this place at this time for a meeting. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's different. That's like that's a professional
not what I heard
conversation that may needed to be happen right then and right there.
If your mama is not If there ain't nothing wrong with your mama, there should be no reason why you calling him at 2 a.m. Because whatever you calling him for at 2 a.m., you could ask him at 2:30.
Period.
2 a.m.
Not true, but okay, we go with
But
that.
is there, all right,
He
so
first
is
of
there a
all,
certain
no.
time?
This man is in bed and he's not at work, he's in bed. You could wait until he get to work or whatever the case may be to ask him what you need to ask him. I said what I said.
Okay, my thing is though, like, so if they're calling at like 12, 1, 2 in the morning, business related or not, and I get it, D, right? Late nights, early mornings, I get it. You know what I'm saying? But in the event that we're working, or because what's good for the goose is good for the gander. If somebody's calling my significant other after a certain time, or they're texting her after a certain time, friend or not, if it's not a 911 call, she's gonna have a long day. You know what I'm saying?
There better be a check attached
fuck?
to why you're calling this person at 2 a.m. I
Right,
don't
it has to
care.
be a reason, a valid reason.
That's
If
what
a
I
woman,
said.
if a woman call my phone at 2 a.m., I'm just gonna go downstairs and sleep on the couch.
Yeah. Matter of fact,
I'm in
don't even
trouble,
sleep
bro.
on the couch. Get your shit and go wherever you need to go.
Well, I didn't say I did
Basically.
anything. I just feel guilty.
So are we?
See,
Are
but you
we?
see
Are
what
we
he just
at?
said, Wade? He's in trouble. You know that shoe don't fit the same way on everybody's feet. Why? Because he said he gonna just go on the couch. But see, it don't work that way. Because a female, I watch it happen. Your phone can ring at 3:00 in the afternoon, and the shorty be like, "Who that?" They phone can
Exactly.
ring
That's
at
my
4:30 in
point.
the morning. They phone can ring at 4:30 in the morning, and they be like, "Oh, that's my brother," or that's that. Because at the end of the day, when the phone rings and they respond, they could be lying to you. Somebody can say, "Oh, that was my aunt. She was calling because my nephew just got in trouble or whatever." A person can be lying, but in my opinion, when you get to that stage to even, what would I say, have that kind of level of respect and get that kind of level of respect back, everything should be laid out. So if you sell coke, whoever you with should know you sell coke. If you're an artist, whoever you with should know you're an artist. Certain businesses don't have punch-ins and punch-outs. So if we get into it and everything is positive, my phone ring at 3:40 in the morning, and like a lot of people that got up here and spoke, if it has reason to ring at 3:40 in the morning, it should be no problem. Now, on the other hand, if your joint is going off at 3:40 in the morning and you in a full-blown situation, I know I'm not jacking that. I can't be in no situation like that.
So wait.
And your homegirl ain't need to be calling her no 3:30 in the morning every night. Or, you know what I'm saying? She better be going through some shit.
I agree with what Damien is saying. Like, it gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like, everything that we do, you know what I'm saying? When we dealing with other people, it gotta make sense. So if I am dealing with a drug dealer and I know this man's phone's constantly ringing, it's because the base heads need what they need. So I can't trip off of that. But
Okay,
if I know
Tasha with the
you ain't
support.
bringing in the base
Come
the
through,
base heads.
come through, Tasha, with the support for Ghost.
I'm just saying in general, like if I know, you know what I'm saying, if I know you ain't rocking like that and I know, you know what I'm saying, that's not the lifestyle that you live, your phone ringing at 3 in the morning, yeah, I'm gonna wake up when you wake up. I'm gonna wake up and say hello when you say hello. Like, what is we doing?
Raven, you better not be on that phone.
So, bro, you ever, or any for the room, y'all never been in a situation where you happy with the person you with, and anybody can call your phone and you gonna pick it up right in front of with a smile because you ready to curve somebody just because you happy in your situation? Like, it don't matter who's on the other end and what they trying to do, is how you respond to what they saying. The timing don't matter. That's the point I'm trying to make to you. It could be 2:00 in the afternoon, it could be 2:00 in the morning. You think that because it's 2:00 in the morning, something bad could happen, but at 2:00 in the afternoon, you safe? That's what I'm trying to understand. You feel like you safe?
So wait, because it sounds to me, right? It sounds to me, and I could be wrong, but it feels like everyone's trying to justify the time that the call is coming through based off of the work. My thing is, A right is a right and a wrong is a wrong. Unless it's, forget the work. Let's just get the work out of the way. If it's something that's dire and it's an emergency, like let's say one of my childhood best friends or close female friends called me and she just, if she's not stranded because some nigga left her on the side and it's something like dire and I can explain that to my significant other, well, respectfully, I'm not going for it if the roles are reversed and somebody's calling her the same time. What I'm saying essentially is this. If it's cool for me, then it has to be cool for her. If it's not cool for me, then it's not cool for her. If we can't bend it based off of what we do, right? Right?
Hey,
I
all I'm
agree with
saying
that.
is,
It gotta be a two-way street. But bro, it wouldn't you like this. Okay. As if I was an entertainer and my female was she worked at a law firm, and she's not a lawyer or anything. Say she works for the books. There's no reason for her phone to be ringing at 3:30. So yes, it's always a two-way street, but in situations like that, you can't say it's going to be a two-way street because you if her phone rings at 3:30 in the morning for 2 weeks straight for a month, and I was out of town 2 weeks prior to that, I'm gonna be suspicious. Now, when I ask you who's that, and you say, "Oh, it's somebody from my job," why are they calling at 3:30? You work at a place that closes at 5 p.m. Everything shuts down, deals, everything shuts down to the morning. You know what I'm saying? Now, in certain businesses, things flow through that kind of time.
Yeah.
So it has reason, like the brother said.
I go to sleep at a certain time. If it's not attached to an emergency or currency, don't call me. I'm not answering. I'm not small talking with your ass at 2 a.m. Leave a fucking message. That's it.
You got a better chance at texting me. You got, collectors, y'all hear me? You got a better chance at texting me and me reading the text and knowing what the vibes is because I'm probably just not going to pick up. You know what I'm saying? Because here's the thing. We don't live together. You call me at a certain time and it may fly, right? And I got to hold myself accountable and say, all right, cool. She calls me whenever she wants to call me. I pick up. We kicking it about whatever. My queen come over on a spinning night vibe. You know what I'm saying? And now my friend, she's calling me because that's what she normally does. It can't just be okay because what you practice is what becomes habitual. You can only hold the person accountable for what they know. So if she's calling me when my significant other isn't there, and then she's calling me when she is there, the friend don't know, but your significant other, you know what I mean? She don't know that your significant other is there, and even if she does, she's probably just gonna do it because that's what she normally does. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost like...
And if you normally answer when I'm not there, you better answer the phone when I am there too.
I ain't picking up shit, Raven.
For Broadway, you should also set the expectation for your friend. She should know.
You have to draw a line.
Yes.
You have to draw a line. Once you get into a relationship, you now have a private life. You draw a line on social network. Hold on. You draw a line in real life, and you draw a line in your business world too. Because you don't never want nobody to be intimidated. And when I say intimidated, I've been with people that was intimidated that I was doing certain things. It wasn't nothing about even if anything negative was going on, just that you're not doing anything with yourself. And sometimes that you weren't introduced or injected in the situation. You have okay, I run a business, and I have pop-up shops. And I always abrade my woman when I'm having pop-up shops. Mm-hmm. Because if she wants to make herself available and she's available to come by, she will want to come by and see the event, So when you do things like that and you have a business, you now start to put a certain respect on your business so that without saying something, people see something already. So if a person even thinks of a thing or they know no, he's showing me a certain action.
Yeah.
She's showing me a certain action. So when you pull that card, it won't get played. But you always have to, I think that you have to set boundaries. If you don't set boundaries in life, you will allow everything to be taken as being the same. It's not like that. You don't like being the same as your...
Hold that thought, King. I want to fix your audio, but I want to respond to Gigi real quick, right? Gigi, my energy is I don't want to tell my homegirl, yo, my girl coming over tonight, so X, Y, Z. I'm just gonna keep that same energy throughout. I'm not, because what I don't want to happen for me is what I have to be an example of. I don't want one of my male friends to call her after a certain time when I'm not there, and then for her to have a low-key secret conversation and say, yo, my man coming over here tonight, don't call me tonight, so forth and so on. So, but to your point, I'm not going to pick up the phone at all. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm in a relationship, just out of the respect for the relationship. I don't want certain calls from the opposite sex to come in. You know, so when they do, I'm not going to tell her don't call. I'm just not going to pick up. If you my female friend, like me and Sade, we kick it all the time on the phone. But if Sade called me after a certain time, Sade's not even gonna call me after a certain time because Sade know I'm in a relationship, and that's the respect I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying?
So,
Right, Broadway. Hold on.
So wait,
But
Sade.
listen, Sade be sleep, so I would never call Broadway after 8:00.
No, but I have a question real quick, Broadway, because you said that the girl can call you when wifey's not there, and you'll answer. But this is the question. She shouldn't be calling, if you're in a relationship, she shouldn't be calling you regardless if she's there or not then.
That's right.
Because if whatever she can talk to you about at 2:00 in the morning when your girl isn't there, she should be able to talk to you about it when she's there too. So I don't understand the whole respect thing, because it should be a respect in my presence, also while not in my presence.
Well, if I said that the wrong way, let me walk that back, because that's exactly what I mean, though, Raven. That you're making my point. I'm not gonna have the conversation. I'm not gonna tell my homegirl, yo, Sade or whomever, yo, don't call me after a certain time. I'm just not picking up. Collectors, talk to me. Let me make sure I got your audio correct, King.
I agree with you. I feel like actions speak louder than words. I feel like actions speak louder than words, and call my audio before I think I have my phone on my lap. But I was saying that within life, you have to set boundaries. You know, once you set boundaries and you let your actions speak louder than words, then is no room for that. But in certain fields, you know, if my woman was in the entertainment business, or she was in a business that people do business at that time of the night, I'm not going to be with somebody that I don't trust. But I'm not going to, you should not, once you don't know things about people, it's like, so if you with somebody, what kind of, how they make their income.
So let me ask you guys, all right, so I'm going to ask you some straight, direct questions. I need some straight, direct answers. Is it disrespectful if the opposite sex is calling your significant other after a certain time and they know you in a relationship?
Yes.
Yes. For no reason, yes, Way. Just for petty talk, yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right, everyone else, TJ, Gigi, tap in.
I agree, and I did want to do a follow-up to what you said, but I definitely agree.
Okay. Is it out of their control, though? Is it out of your man or woman's control if the opposite? No.
Hell no. You check it.
You check it.
You check it. That's why, and you can check it respectfully.
So what happens? All right, here's a monkey wrench. What happens if it's a group text? And
okay,
it's guys and girls.
Mute the shit. Mute it.
No,
I don't care.
Do not disturb does work.
Do not disturb. Okay.
And Broadway, I don't want to talk to
to
you anyway. I would rather talk to Trey.
Just
because niggas are wild out at 3:30 in the morning. Niggas start wilding out talking at 3:30 in the morning.
Gigi said she had a follow-up. Tap in with me, Gigi.
Okay, so in regards to what you're saying, I agree, but I definitely agree with the collectors. It's setting boundaries. So when I say set expectations, you don't need to tell me what you're doing tonight, but to avoid the double calling back, because that's where the issues usually tend to start from, is to set an expectation like, yo, if I don't pick up, you good. If there's an emergency, you text. I'll hit you up in the morning. These are friends, right?
Yes.
So they should understand, and setting boundaries. But at the same time, if I know that I'm used to talking to you at a certain time and I wanted to tell you a story, and I know that maybe you in the lab trying to work on something, maybe if I call them twice, they'll pick up. Nah. First call, that's it. Let it go.
Look,
But if there's no expectations,
I feel like the people who need to reach me and they know it's an emergency know how to reach me. There is a feature, and I explain this to anybody who needs to reach me after 9 o'clock. If you need to reach me, call me twice. If not, talk to you in the morning.
There you go. I like that. If the phone is ringing multiple times by the same person, then I know it's an emergency. Otherwise, I could respect that. Let me read some of these comments on Instagram. Latoya.joiner.77 said, text the person ahead of time. Trey said, true to the collectors. Shout out to Cass. I see you, Cass. Pink Sapphire said, damn, it's hard for me to see this. She said, you need a time to turn off your phone and minimize distractions and relax and chill with your significant other is what she's saying.
That's what do not disturb is for.
Right. We are all so addicted to our phones. That's what Pink Sapphire said. I see y'all tapping in with these comments too. Let me see where we at.
Bro, can I ask a question on your last comment?
Go for it, King.
I want to know if you ever experienced this, and I'm sure you have. When you don't answer when somebody's calling, and the look on their face sitting next to you is like, well, answer it. Why are you not going to answer it? How do you explain that now?
I got an answer for that.
That sounds like a whole nother conversation.
No. I got an answer for that, right? And the answer is within the commentary of someone that just stated, like Sade just said, I'm here with you. I'm kicking it with you. Me and you are catching the vibe. You know what I mean? If it's an emergency, she'll call back, and then I'll answer it. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, I'm not answering it. That's what that is. That's why I would give it up, D.
But even to that, like, I'm sorry. One thing I don't have to do is answer my phone anytime anybody texts or call me. Unless you want to pay my cell phone bill, and it's 2 of them.
Boundaries.
Like,
not 2 of them.
I'm not obligated to answer my phone anytime somebody calls me.
Okay.
I'm not obligated to text you back just because you text me.
Okay. I'm rolling with it. Listen, if that's your friend,
In real
then they
life,
should
I
know and
respect that,
understand the
Queen.
vibe and know, hey, I ain't gotta explain too much. I'm in a relationship, and you're not the person I'm fucking. You know what I mean? So if you're my friend, my real friend, then you're gonna know the vibes and why I'm not picking up. You know, I can't tell you how many times I don't call my man. I'm not even of the opposite sex, or my man don't call me. I'm not picking up because it's of a certain time. I'm here on my boo-boo kittied up vibes. You know what I'm saying? Soft and Pink, come here, baby. Let me rub on your booty. Come on. Let's go to sleep. Let me rub on.
I just feel like people are just so entitled and they don't have a right to be.
Trey said to you, Sade, she said, Scorpio energy, Sade. Nah, who's paying these phone bills? I'm jacking it. Listen, guys, let's move on to the next topic, right?